I thought, well, this would make a pretty amazing record. We had done these sessions behind Nappy Brown and Big Pete Pearson, Chief Shibute Giliame, and Henry Gray. And I thought, well, here's a great collection of songs right here. Let me call Kid. And I said, Kid, I could put out this as a benefit record. And he said, yeah, that'd be great, Bob. Let's do it. So with his blessing, we put it out. We got some fantastic supporters of that. Kathy Bulmer ended up helping us out tremendously with some donations towards that. And we put out this record that was all about fundraising for kids. And it's interesting to make a record with that focus of what Kid and I had done in the recording studio together. And we had a killer photo of us in all of our pompadour glory that we had taken in Memphis that got to grace the cover. So it just felt like a record, and people really appreciated that effort. That was kind of a non-release release. I don't know how to describe it, because we didn't spend any of the money on promotion. It did not get service to radio stations. It wasn't something that was meant for that purpose. It was meant to sell off the bandstand and make some funds for Kid Ramos, and we were able to put a lot of money in Kid's pocket as a result of that, and I'm proud of that. And we helped him through. Kid has a clean slate in his bill of health right now. He made it through the fight of his life. He had Ewing's sarcoma, which is a very serious form of cancer, and the doctor said that this is your one chance to just knock this out the park, and because if you had to go through, if it reappeared, you probably would not survive it second time. So he went through this belabored chemotherapy and radiation treatments, and it took him 2 years to get past it all, but he appears to be doing just great. It's really a joy that he's doing so well. So it's really pretty fantastic.
Life too short to be worried. Life too short to be worried. I can't be worried. I can't be worried, baby. No more doggy. No more doggy, baby. You're too hard. You're too hard. I'm happy home, baby. You ruined our life. No more doggy. No more doggy. No more doggy. You broke my heart. You broke my heart. No more doggy. You know I love you. No more doggy, baby. No more doggy. Please tell me, sugar mama, where the world you get that sugar from? Please tell me, sugar mama, where the world you get that sugar from? Said, come from Mississippi, come over your mama sugar farm. They been bragging about you, sugar. Sugar mama, they been bragging all over town. They been bragging about you, sugar. Sugar mama, they been bragging all over town. Yeah, beggars won't use them enough to make liquor. You won't let them have my sugar 3 times a day. Oh, babe, I don't feel right. About my tea at night. I like my coffee sweet in the morning. I'm crazy about my tea at night. Boy, if I don't get my sugar 3 times a day, oh Lord, and I don't be right. Oh, yeah, baby.
Listening to Blues America, and I'm talking to harpmaster Bob Corritore about some of the many collaborations he's produced over the years. And one of my favorites is a sort of a dirty, in-your-face Chicago blues recording that really takes the listener down in the alley and features your longtime friend, the infamous Tail Dragger.
Yeah, Tail Dragger is one of those guys that believed in me early on. He always looked at me and saw a harmonica player. I just really appreciate that with Tail Dragger. And I just have really enjoyed him as a person, as a friend. He's though he's not really oftentimes given credit for that, he's an incredibly smart individual on it. And as far as street smarts and knowing people and reading people, he's really a great man. And I have had the privilege of working with him on and off for many, many years. So it's always a joy when we get together. So I brought him out there, and somebody had made a tape of what we were playing. I go, we really need to capture this. So I put together a couple days of sessions, and in 2 days we came up with this record called Longtime Friends in the Blues. And it's just one of those things where we're just putting it out there. We're just pouring out our blues on that record, and it's no holds barred. It's really one of those records that has a particular wildness. And the thing about Tail Dragger is he's one of the few people that can go there with no inhibition. He can go to probably one of the most immediate, intense places in the blues, and does so as just a regular occurrence. So that record really captures that. It was a joy to make that record.
Bob, you've done so many great things over the years that we're coming to the end of the program, and we don't have time to mention all of your amazing blues accomplishments. In fact, we haven't even spoken about your long-running radio program on NPR affiliate KJZZ called Those Lowdown Blues. But I would like to mention the recent collaborations with John Primer and Henry Gray, which are available now, are some of the best in the blues. And you mentioned that this journey that you've been on started with this amazing experience that you had while listening to Muddy Waters. So let's take things full circle, and I wanted to end now with Mud Morganfield.
I got a call out of the blue from Mud Morganfield, and he said, "Bobby, I hear that you're somebody that I should talk to." And I go, "Really?" So that was quite an introduction. I go, I've heard great things about you, Mud, and I'm honored to meet you. Your father was one of the greatest influences in my life. And so, we hit it off. We would meet in Chicago, and then a week later, we were both at the Lucerne Blues Festival in Switzerland. We got to hang out quite a bit, and we just kind of fell in together. So at a point, he contacted me to produce his record for him. And I said, well, of course I'll do that. I'd be honored to do this. So we talked about what we wanted to do, and I guided him in the best way I knew how to, and I put together, I think, a really great record for him. We had a fantastic cast with both Billy Flynn and Rick Crayer on the guitars, Barrelhouse Chuck on both piano and farfisa organ. We had E.J. McDaniel on the bass and Kenny Smith on the drums, and myself and Harmonica Hines switching off on harmonica. And, it was a great experience to do that with Mud, and the record, I think, turned out really great. Mud is definitely his own man, so he did a lot of original material, some of which was Muddy-esque, and some of it was definitely a far cry from that, and in a good way, some very interesting adaptations. But no matter how far he might go away from the Muddy template, that Muddy Waters voice still comes out. He can't help it. He's got his dad's voice. It's pretty amazing. So, and that record came out, and it got all sorts of nominations, and it won the Living Blues Record of the Year that year. So I'm very proud of that. Mud and I still talk on a regular basis, and we're trying to scheme of what we might do next. So he recently put on a record after that with Kim Wilson, which was a tribute to Muddy Waters. That's a great record. So, and I think he's aiming towards his third national release, and we'll see what happens with that.
Go ahead and blame me, then you don't have to blame yourself. Go ahead and blame me, then you don't have to blame yourself. Well, you made some bad decisions. Now all your love is on the shelf. I tried so hard to help you. You fought me all the way. I tried so hard to help you, but you fought me all the way.